These are hopefully going to be just long enough where I don't have to trim them, but that was the longest single rod in metric that I could get in town. I hate mixing standard and metric. So since this is a Toyota, everything's metric, so try to keep it that way. I want those screw heads to eat into the battery on the bottom. Doubt they would with it tied down, but never hurts to have a little bit more insulation. Throw another layer of rubber down there. This stuff, I'll throw a link to this. This is just like some 1.5 wide rubber sheet. I use this for battery isolators and just noise reduction in general. You can glue it on. It doesn't have a sticky back or anything, but you can spray glue it or whatever to get it onto stuff, but works really well. Just got it on Amazon. Okay, we're gonna try and do a classic three-handed job here. By the way, you'll probably also see me use this knife in almost every single video. Put a link in the description to that. Because this is my favorite razor knife that I've found. I've gone through probably a dozen that I don't like or just haven't been as functional. But this Milwaukee one is super nice because it has like a seatbelt cutter. Change out that bit, obviously. You have a bottle opener, Phillips head, flat head, and quarter inch driver. Good. No matter what, it's better than the bungee cord I've been using for the last 6 years. So I can't complain too much about that. Pretty solid. Looks half decent too. Just put it right in here and make a little bracket for that. For now, I'm probably just going to run it loose. It'll be fine. If I had known that that was going to be the case with this, I probably would have made another standoff of the aluminum battery tray. Can't get them all right on the first try. I got the main wire harness that goes through to the cab, snaked that through where my wire for the fog lights that I have already was, and I gutted that wiring. So this is some janky old wiring Marcus and I did like a long time ago, I think in a rush before we were leaving on a trip. So get rid of that. It was fine, it worked. It's just a separate relay and fuse. But doesn't look great. So get rid of that. And now I'm moving on to getting the accessory wire hooked up, which will basically tell the truck, yep, you've got power, you can send power to the lights. If the ignition is off, then it won't, which is good. Okay, it's getting dark out and my camera's fogged up. So, but almost done. So really all I've done is route the harness wire inside. That goes to the switch panel. And then I also routed an accessory wire into the interior switch panel. Just the single red accessory wire that plugs into right here on this fuse and relay panel. So those are hooked up, and then all I have to do is hook up power and ground in one of these 10 amp circuits for the wires there. And then these are my wires for my bumper fog lights. So I'm just gonna hook those into another one of those, probably the 20 amp circuit. So I just have these wires running from the light, and I just got to route those. And this is part of the harness that comes with these lights, which comes with the fuse and relay harness on its own. And then I'm just snipping the plug for each individual light, and I'm going to route it into this fuse and relay panel. So, and then I'll probably end up using that for something else in the future. But super nice just having this all in one. Well, those are pretty bright. Not bad. I like the look of them. I don't think they're going to reflect off the hood all that much. Of course, it's snowy, so it's hard to tell. All right. Pretty dark in here, but I have the switch panel in here. That's all set up. And I also have the app, which is pretty cool. So on the app, you can change color, full RGB, change the switch panel color to whatever you want. You can change out those icons. I'm gonna go with this faded old Toyota green orange color, which we all love. And then you can turn on and off lights from your phone, change the brightness of the switch panel, which is super nice. Then you can change the icons on the app, change groups, you can change pulse to momentary, you can do whatever you want. So if I select windshield lights here and go pulsed, and you can adjust how fast they pulse, and then we'll go ahead and turn those on, and you'll see they're pulsing. Don't know how much I'm going to use that. You can also set them momentary, but it's a really cool feature. If you want to set those as like emergency lights, you could absolutely do that. So the switch panel has a lot of functionality built in, especially utilizing the app. But you can actually upload your own photos of what they are and add them as the icon, which is kind of neat on the app. So you can do it from there. You can also turn them on and off from outside your vehicle, which is pretty nice. So if you just have your phone, you can switch your lights on and off. I have these wired to accessories, so the lights come on under accessory power or on. But so this is regular headlights in the T100. That's high beams. And this is, I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no other real lights to speak of. Like there's a business across the street that just has a sign, but other than that, it's pretty dang dark out here. So let's go no headlights and windshield lights. So these are the Auxbeam pod lights. I'm utilizing them kind of as ditch lights, so adds a ton of light and a good amount of distance, good throw on them, and it's a yellow amber lens on them, so pretty warm. And then I have my bumper fogs on the Rubicon bumper, so those are non-Auxbeam and just hooked to the switch panel. Those just down low light, right? So those, Turn on both with the headlights, high beams, and that's a significant amount of light compared to just my headlights. So I'm pretty happy with these. Even just cruising along on the side of the road, you can actually have like a peripheral view if there's animals. Definitely helps safety wise. The other nice thing, so if I have these on, I have my fogs on and my windshield lights on. Right in the center of the panel, there's an on off. So if you just hit that once, it shuts off the whole panel. And then you can just hit it again and it goes back to memory of where it was at. So it'll turn off multiple sets of lights on and off. So if you're cruising along and somebody else coming your way, you can just turn them off rather than having to switch each individual set off and on. So this switch panel is super nice. Ignore my cracked windshield, that just happened. But super solid setup, I'm happy with it. Install was crazy easy, even though I was doing it out in the snow. It's really not bad. I had to do some fabrication to make a battery tray. You'll see that, but overall not bad at all. Get some drone shots of them. Try and see if I can get some drone shots of the light being thrown. If you like anything I'm doing out in the cold, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment. If you hate it, go ahead and comment. If you dislike it, it's all fine. You can do whatever floats your boat. Anyway, you made it this far. Thanks for watching.